All right, we are here. Hey, y'all. Hey, happy
Hi.
Monday.
Hello. How you?
How's everybody doing?
Doing fine. Doing
Yeah,
fine.
your week off
Kind
to
of,
a good start?
yeah, kind of excited. Real excited.
Oh,
Very
yep.
good. I'm so happy that you all are here. Thank you all for joining. I'm giving the people a couple few minutes to join. It's just 8 o'clock on the dot. If y'all don't know, I do this each and every Monday at 8 p.m. EST. I ask you to join me to help you find your mojo. Finding your mojo just means how you show up as your authentic self and whatever it is you are doing. If you're working, if you're playing, you're looking for a job, you're not looking for a job, just how to show up as your authentic self. Today's topic, today's mojification is family. What did I say? Family ties and musical vibes. I'm
Yeah.
here today with two lovely brothers by the name of Curtis Hudson and Raymond Hudson. So they're going to share with us a little bit about how they found their mojo. But before we do that, I'm going to let y'all join on in and I'm going to make a happy hour, a little happy hour cocktail because that's what we do. What conversations are better had than
Hey,
with a cocktail? That's what I
100%.
like to say. It's getting a
100%.
little cold, so I thought a little something to warm us all up. We're gonna have some rum today with some apple cider because I love a theme. So I got the fall apple cider rum thing happening. Free to indulge with a
Got you covered.
mocktail or cocktail of your choice. I
Yes.
always post a recipe just in case y'all wanna have a little libation at a later date. I see the people are joining in. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Dr. PG. She always says I call her that. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Mommy. Hey, Sweetwater. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday moment with your girl, Mojo. I'm going to go ahead and make our cocktail. I usually have a mojified name, but I can't think of one today. It's just apple cider and rum with a little ginger ale. That's what we having today. Some Mojo's apple cider. That's what we having today. Oh,
Sound
look
pretty
at
good. Sounds
Sister
good.
joining, people learning how to use the IG live. I love it. I have my little glass already pre-filled with a little ice.
I got you covered.
I got a shaker with the M, so y'all know who making it. With some ice already in there. I'm gonna do a couple shots of rum. They tell me Appleton is good. I got it straight from Jamaica mom. So
No, it's the real thing then.
that's what I hear. That's the word on the street.
Yeah, it's the
I'm gonna
real
do
thing.
a couple few shots because that's how I do. That's how I roll. Sometimes two and a half, depending on what kind of day I'm having. But today
I know that's right. I know that's right.
we're gonna have two shots. And then I'm just going to do a couple pours of cider because I ain't measuring that. I just like how it looks. So I'm going to mix up just a couple pours, one, two. It smells pretty good too, the rum and apple cider. I think I'm on to something. I don't know about y'all, but I
Yeah,
think I'm
let me know how that tastes too after you finish.
sure will. All right, I'm gonna pour her over ice. I bet you it's a pretty fall like color too. Look at that there.
Oh, that look pretty good.
That look pretty nice.
Yeah.
It tastes nice. I definitely didn't taste it first. I like a little bubble, so I'm gonna do a little bubbles too. I feel like you could probably warm this up. I mean, minus the ginger ale if you needed
That
to.
might that might be good in the winter.
Right?
Yeah, in the
Warm that
winter.
girl up. So I did a little ginger ale. I really prefer ginger beer, but we don't have that in the cabinet today. I also like a little garnishment because it's just the lady in me. I like a little garnish. So a little orange in there. So cheers, y'all. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
yes, happy Monday.
This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just
Mm,
saying that because I'm talking to y'all. It is really good.
I guess it's got to be tried. Got to try it then.
I'm saying I recommend. So
Good.
anyway, thank y'all all for joining. I see all the people coming in. Like, follow, send to all your friends. Let them know to join me each and every Monday. Today, I'm graced with the presence of two brothers that I've known for some time now. And we're going to, the topic that I like, that I chose is called Family Ties and Musical Vibes. But basically, we're just going to talk a little bit about their musical journey, where they came from, how they got here. They're going to share a little bit about the family ties. And then we're just going to get into the conversation. Y'all ask me some questions in the chat, comment, feel free. Let me know what y'all thinking. We are here for all of the things. So, without further ado, Curtis, Raymond, please introduce yourself a little bit. Tell me where you are, who you are, what you're doing, how many kids you got, where you live, as much as you want to share. And then we're going to get into the conversation. and then I'll go into it to our little topic.
Okay, big brother.
You go right.
Oh, I'm Ray. I'm Ray Hudson. My name is Raymond, but most of my friends and all my family call me Ray. Short. I am married. I have three daughters. I live in Newark, New Jersey, and I'm just enjoying doing my music. That's my life, and that's my livelihood, and that's what I'm enjoying now. Having a good life.
Okay.
Well, I'm Ray's brother, older brother, not his oldest, but older than he is, Curtis. And I'm married also, have three children and grandkids. And I'm in South Orange area. And I'm like Ray, been doing music all my life.
Very nice. Now tell me a little bit about the brotherly love. How many siblings do you all have?
So that was six boys, two girls in the family. Two deceased now, but
Mhm.
yeah, it was six boys, two girls. Large family.
Wow. And did you enjoy being in a big family? Did you like that growing up?
Yeah, it
Oh
was. It
yeah, I
was.
mean
Yeah,
that's all we knew. So I think it was, especially as we're older, it's so many of us to pull together for
Hmm.
various things. So having a large family has its benefits.
and I think that the bond between us siblings, growing over the years. It started when we were small, but it never left us. Like I guess that's the home training that we were brought up with. So we kind of stay kind of like real close together, so to speak. I think I
Okay.
may speak to Kurt 3-4 times a day, all my brothers and Wade and everybody. So we probably doing that forever.
Katora says, "Hey, uncles."
Hey, Dora.
So tell me, now that you told me about the big family, please share a little with us. Do you feel like you were all kind of musically inclined?
Well, I half and half. you know,
Okay, okay.
um, it's me, Ray, Wade, Laurie's, and my deceased brother Wilbert. We was the one more active in music.
Okay. Now, now, did that start with like playing instruments, or like what kind? How are you musically inclined? What is your area of interest?
Um, well, singing is all through our family. So and
Mhm.
instrumentation also. A lot of our family members play guitars, piano, or sing or something. It's part of the Jones and Hudson legacy. So but I play guitar, bass, and little keyboards, and mess around with drums. But guitar is my main instrument.
So
Okay.
we actually, you know, a lot of time we always, me and Kurt, we think about, being born in Mansfield, Louisiana, which is a small town.
That's what I was gonna ask you next. Uh-huh.
Way back, it wasn't a lot for us to do like they have in the city here. So we just picked up on music and everybody was around us doing music. So we kind of like picked up on music and started playing instruments. So we haven't stopped since that point actually.
Yeah, it was
Now,
either music or sports.
would you say music or what?
Sports.
Sports,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, a lot of sports, yeah.
now tell me what's your first memory with music?
Oh wow. My first memory seemed like just hearing my mother sing, my aunts sing, and probably was at church. Just being at a small southern church, which is mostly a family church, and
Hmm.
hearing all the voices. I thought everybody could sing when I
Yeah.
grew up. I thought it was just where everybody just sing, because pretty much everybody in the family was singing when we was at church. You hear all these beautiful voices just all around you, and I'm thinking, I guess everybody do this. So that's probably my earliest memory of music.
And what
Yeah.
about you, Raymond?
Yeah, the same with as Curtis was stating. Um I can go. I think I can remember back as far as we was 15 or 16 years old, and I was joking with Kurt about it a lot of times. We started out playing with quartet music, like gospel music, and we was in like in high school, and
Hmm.
I would tell Kurt, do you know we used to play on the local radio station every Sunday morning? It was a big thing when you think about it, but we was in school and we wasn't thinking about it like that. But to be able to play on your local radio station every Sunday morning was a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, live on the radio. So
Yeah, I think it's still a
Curtis,
big deal now.
yeah, Curtis started before I did, and after he joined the group, I joined the group, and then but it was like a big thing. It's something I think Curtis and I should be proud of, that we was able to play on a local radio. Wasn't no WBLS or nothing, but it was a local radio station. We played every Sunday morning. So that was
I was about 13 when I started, Ray. You came
yeah,
in a little bit later,
a bit
but I
later
was
than
about
you.
13 when I started playing with local gospel groups and
Yeah.
in the area.
Now, how long were you all in Mansfield? How long before you brought the party up north?
Well, I left right after graduating high school when I was 18.
Okay.
And but I went to California for a while. I was out there. Then I moved to the West Coast. I mean, the East Coast.
Okay.
Some years later, a few years later.
Yeah,
Okay.
the same with me. I actually I can remember real well. Curtis them sent for me when I graduated high school. I think I left Louisiana the same day that I got my
Oh,
diploma, and came back to New
wow.
Jersey, and went back from Louisiana back to California. Stayed in California for 4 years, and then I came back to join Curtis and them group.
I don't think I knew you were in California. Okay.
Oh yeah, I stayed. I was out there for 4 years. This was a weird story because we all went home to visit my mom for
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, and I ended up helping a good friend, family friend of ours, Vita Blue, asked me to help him drive back to California. That was the whole premise of me getting to California,
Wow.
and I ended up
Oh,
stayed there 4 years.
okay. Now,
He
did you
said,
play? No, I'm sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, he said Vita Blue, but Vita Blue was a legendary baseball player who
Baseball
played
player.
for
Yeah,
Oakland A's, one of the best pitchers in baseball ever.
Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
Wow. Impressive. Now, how long before you decided you said to come back to New Jersey from Cali?
When Curtis them called me and asked me to come back to join the group and here in New
Oh,
Jersey, I think I
that's
kind of
it.
like said, yeah, I'm ready. I'll come. So I came back and
Now, did y'all play music that whole time? Like California, Jersey, you were playing music the whole time?
Well,
yeah,
actually, in California, it was like I don't know. I was right out of high school. I was just having fun, and I was like I said, my friend Vita Blue, who was playing baseball for the Oakland A's. So we were sort of like just hanging out. I did like jam sessions, but not serious playing like I did when I was in Louisiana. When I came to the East Coast, it was more of a party vibe when I was in for those few years that I was in LA. In Berkeley and Oakland.
Now, you always talking about your big family and how you all were playing for the local radio stations and in church. Now, I know myself, who's not, I enjoy music, but I'm not so musically inclined. But we used to do the talent shows and the things for the family. Everybody had to sit down and watch us play or dance or sing or whatever it was, and we weren't even good at it. But how was it for y'all to be really good at the thing and do it? Did y'all even do that? I could just made that up.
Well, we didn't really do any talent shows.
yeah,
So we would. What
What?
was what was popular with us in Mansfield was so many talented people. First of all, I mean, they were so many good singers. We would sit on the front porch
yeah,
and play, and the kids from the neighborhood would come and sing, and you have all these incredible voices. My sister Laurie's, my cousin Elizabeth, and we would all just jam, and singers would come in and play. That would be our talent kind of show.
Mhm.
and we did that almost every day after school. I mean, we would sit on the porch until mother make us come home, come in the house. We actually would sit there that long. I mean, it was like literally 10 people out there on the front porch singing and stuff. So it was good, and we did it every week, every week.
Okay. Oh, dope. So
Mhm.
I know I have to ask, since you're in the New Jersey area, did y'all ever go to New York and play in the subway stations?
Oh no, we never did that.
No, 42nd
No,
Street playing.
No, we
no.
didn't. We didn't do that. We played
Okay.
all
Just
over New York. We played all over New
always
York.
live clubs and
Yeah.
shows and theaters and clubs, but
So
I
tell
never
me
did.
a little bit about that transition. How did you transition from the front porch to the clubs and to the radio and to?
That's a
That's
long journey. If I could condense it,
Yeah.
well, I started playing gospel, like what Ray was saying, when I was about 13, and I guess when I was about 15, a guy who had a local band saw me playing and my brother, older brother Wilbert, playing, and he was like, you want to join my band?" And I was like, "I don't think I could play in a band. I don't know how to, I don't know if I could play well enough to play in it." He's like, "Yes, you can. You sound good." And come to my house. And so anyway, we went to his house. He loved the way we played, and we learned all these Jane Brown, Wilson Pickett songs, and whatever was
Oh,
out on the radio. And we started playing nightclubs. I was about 15 when I started doing nightclubs in down south, and that's really how I got kicked off into from the front porch to actually being on a real stage in nightclubs.
okay.
And I was too young to go out with him. That's the problem. I was too
Yeah.
young.
So Raymond is 3 years younger than me. So if I was
Right.
15, you know how old he was. So,
Yeah, I
Oh
could.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I,
I was always tall. So even when I was like 14, 15, I was the same height I am now. So I was able to get into the clubs. They would kind of make me look a little older or whatever. And I was playing all these clubs and shouldn't have been in nobody's club at 15.
yeah, I agree.
So somebody asked in the chat, were you self-taught on the instruments? Did you get?
Yes,
Oh
we
yeah,
were.
Yeah,
we were self-taught. Yeah.
But there was
yeah.
so many people around us, that
Mhm.
we learned things from. Like these people just sit and play three, four guitars at one time. So we just learned from a lot of people, and then people spent time showing us this and that. That's when we were young. So we picked up on it pretty quick, though. I would think we picked up pretty quick.
So I have a few questions in the chat. We want to know, like, I know some of your stories, so feel free to overshare. But Phyllis says, what were some of the big clubs you played in New York?
Ooh,
Oh wow, we played pretty much all over New York. Studio
club
54 was one of the
or
more
Oh,
popular
that's a
ones.
big one. Hmm.
We in Jersey we did a club called Zanzibar,
Oh
uh,
yeah, we know Zanzibar.
Club 88. I mean, we
88
did all the spots, and we did.
Bonds
I mean, all
International.
over. We did the Copacabana in
Yeah,
New York. I mean,
yeah,
all the top clubs throughout the country, pretty much we did.
yeah. We did. We pretty much did. Those clubs was huge too back. I mean, they was huge. I mean, we think about it now, like 3,000 people in a club. It was like huge.
And Couture said, how did you get the instruments as kids to learn to play and to keep playing on?
Oh,
Mine was
that
passed
was
down from Kurt.
yeah. Our father bought me and my brother Wilbert. We shared a guitar. Actually, it's one acoustic guitar. Once he
Okay.
saw that we had an interest in playing, actually he gave us his acoustic guitar that he had,
Mhm.
and because he would play left hand,
Yeah.
and I couldn't really learn from him because he had the guitar turned upside down. So he would try to show us things, and I'm like, I can't get it. So, like Ray said, I was watching some of our other relatives play who played right handed, and I would just sit and watch them play when I was a kid and just pick up things. So once I started playing the guitar, I guess all that stuff was sort of in my mind since I was a little kid, watching them what they were doing. It's sort of like was so easy once I started picking out tunes and things.
Yeah.
Easy even. Listen to you.
But
Somebody,
that's all we had to do. I mean, when we get in
yeah.
from school, that's what we did every day. Like we didn't go to the YM. They didn't have a YM. We didn't go swimming. We didn't have any of that. So
Mhm.
what we would do was get home from school and pick up our guitars and play until almost bedtime.
Wow.
So that's how we got to where and we love what we was doing too. So I don't think
Now,
I
how did
think
you even know to pick up an instrument? Were there like what your parents were into music? Like, how did you even know? Or it just felt
yeah,
natural, something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, my father played guitar. He didn't do it professionally, but he
Okay.
would play guitar around the house. And all
Okay.
my like our uncles, cousins, and different people in the
Okay.
community
Mhm.
played the guitar. So we heard guitars all the time, like Friday night, Saturday night, fish fries down south,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
people are playing guitars and eating fish and barbecue and all that stuff. So we that's was our environment from a child up. So we
Right.
heard music all the time.
Hmm.
So a few people in the chat said, "What do you know about some clubs in NYC. Said Nels, Damaris, and in the Bronx. Know anything about that? Mm.
Oh yeah, I know those clubs. Yep.
Damaris. Am I saying that right?
Tomorrow, yeah, I think I heard of that club, but
Okay. All right.
it
Yeah.
was it was, it
We
was so
the
many clubs.
clubs that we did in the Bronx were those clubs like the Fun House, those really large clubs where a lot of teenagers would come. And
Broadway
like Ray said,
International.
it'd be 3,000 to 5,000 people in these
Yeah,
clubs. But I remember the Fun House was over. I think that was somewhere over in that area,
yeah, Broadway International. That was
up in
in Harlem.
Harlem. Yeah.
In Harlem.
Wade said, what were some of the acts you were around when your career started?
Oh,
Oh, wow. I mean,
some of
if
everybody.
going back to the beginning, I
New
Give us a
mean,
Edition,
little shout. Give us a little splice of each. Beginning, middle. Give us a
New
little
Edition, Melville
new edition. What?
yeah,
yeah, Madonna, because we wrote for Madonna and played on her music. Um,
D Train. We did shows with D Train. We did a
but
show with a lot of
going, it's strange. When I was in LA working with Eric on some project, and we was in the studio, the famed studio that Michael Jackson recorded Thriller and all that stuff in. And
Okay.
Ray, you and Bobby, y'all
yeah.
came.
We
I
went.
think
Yeah,
you and
we
Bobby
went.
came to the studio. So
Right.
Lionel Rich was in this, Studio B, and we was in Studio A. So he came over, and just to meet Eric and myself, and we started talking. And I told him things because I remember that group before they got signed was working um, on the same circuit that we was working on
Mm-hmm.
before they got signed to Motown. So I was telling him, I said, I remember your group we would be going into a city, and your group would be leaving that city. And
Right.
he was like, you know all that. I was like, yeah. So he started remembering a lot of things. He was like, man, I haven't met anybody that know me like this in 30 years. He said,
Yeah.
this
Oh
guy
wow.
really knows me. So it was kind of strange that I remember them starting out when they before they got
Right.
signed, the Commodores.
Mm.
We've been around a lot of people actually. So I mean, I mean, actually, Luther. In the studio with Luther. That's like
Yes.
that's a whole lot of musicians.
Mtume, I mean Tawata, I mean
Right.
so many.
Now Rogers and
Tawata
all that.
AG she's the lady that sings Juicy Fruit,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that Biggie samples and stuff. That's her voice.
Now
So
Rogers, Chic. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah. We've been around quite a few people over the years. Shalimar. You know.
Yep.
We used to go to a lot of the parties back when Frankie Crocker was the main DJ in New York. We used to go to a
Okay.
lot of invite to a lot of private parties with Frankie Crocker and so forth. And Isley Brothers, we would meet and hang out with all those guys.
Oh, your brother said Whitney. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh look. Oh yeah, her. Yes, Whitney.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's. I mean, we knew. I
I
mean,
know. I'm messing with you.
since she was like a little young girl, so it's
Yeah.
almost.
So let me ask you. You talked about a lot about who you worked with, where you work, but why? Why music for you? Like, what happened? How do you feel when you play music? What happens that
Wow.
lights you up and makes you keep going? That has made you play and be a participant in music for all of these years.
For me, the very first time I played, when the guy that got me to play gospel, again sitting on the porch. That's what we did down south, and
Mhm.
I'm playing, and he drove up, and he's like, "You play?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm learning." He's like, "Well, once you come play with my gospel group again, I don't know how to play well enough to do that. I'm just playing, having fun." He's like, "No, come to rehearsal Wednesday night." So I
Mhm.
went to rehearsal that Wednesday night and never had a real bass guitar in my hand or electric guitar. I was only playing acoustic guitars pretty much. So I'm like maybe 13 or 12, 13, and he put the instrument in my hand, and the other guitar player that was there said, "Huh," and they started singing these gospel songs, and I'm trying to pick them up, learn them. And at the
Mhm.
end of the rehearsal, he said, "We got a gig this Sunday. You're gonna be on this concert with us." I'm like, "No way!" But anyway, when I did my first note, once I hit the first few notes, I was playing bass at the time, and something hit me. and I looked at my auntie who was in the audience because I was shaking. I was so nervous. I've never been in
Mhm.
front of people playing,
Mhm.
so I was just shaking terribly. And she looked at me and smiled, and I calmed down. And once that music sort of like went through me, I didn't want to do nothing else. I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Really, really.
Yeah, I think for me it's I like performing. I really do. I like performing a lot, and I like to make people enjoy themselves when you perform. I think that's the appreciation that I get from loving to do what I do. Getting the vibe from the people, and it's good to to do something that people enjoy watching you do. So that's for me. That's the fun that I get from it.
And so you still have that same kind of joy and love and
Uh,
feeling for it, even after all of these years.
After all the years, and I'll tell you something even special. I guess gospel music will always be a top priority on my list in terms of my desires of what I like to do. I
Is
would
that
never
right?
leave the roots of gospel music because I love that. That came first and started us off, and I don't think I'll ever leave it. I
I
sit
was
home and
going to
practice.
ask you that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sit home and practice gospel songs almost every day, and I know
Okay.
I'm not playing. I used to play. We played in the church for many, many years, as you know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so we still have a knack for loving to do that. I think we love to do that as much as performing at at a club actually. So that's what we love.
And speaking of genres of music, now I know you kind of answered the question before I asked it, but what other types of genres do you enjoy or play?
Well, me personally, I mean, as long as it's good music, I'm pretty good. I'm not like a jazz player. I love jazz, but I'm not like Eric. He's a jazz musician. He can play jazz like the real heavy cats. But I
Eric
can
is his son,
play.
by the way, in case y'all joined late. Eric is his son. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's my son, who's an excellent musician, producer, writer. You know, but if it's good music, I'm good with it. You know.
Yeah,
But what
definitely.
what makes music good? Speaking of good music, what makes good music good? Is there
Hmm, that's
bad music? I don't
that's
know.
a deep question.
Ah,
Well,
uh,
since you brought it
well,
up, I'm sorry. Yeah.
it's subjective. You know, I mean, it's a matter of taste and
right.
whatever. Just like people like colors or food or whatever. But to me, there is a good and bad music. You know,
Mhm.
being a musician and a writer, I can listen to an artist or a song. I say it's a good song to me. You know, just uh, analyzing it, you know, not from a listening point of view and saying, wow, I'm just listening for the beat, but just critiquing it, just like I would critique my own music. I can tell if I write a song, if it's a really good song or if it's just
Yeah.
an average.
Hmm.
How can you tell them?
The
You
vibe.
just you know
Like you
there's
feel?
elements. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
elements in a song that when you write it, you just feel it, that you know other people are going to feel that. Either
Okay.
it's the message, the melody, the beat, or groove. Especially if you do it long enough, you
Right.
suppose to know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something special about certain songs that's not there for every song. Uh, when you supposedly write a hit, it usually take a little bit more dedication and something special about what you put into that song too. That what makes it what it turns out to be. So you usually know because if I
Yeah.
write a song and I say, oh, this sounds good to me, the first thing I'm gonna do is take it to Kurt. Like Kurt, tell me what you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get the vibe back, and a lot of times you know it in yourself, but once you get some feedback from it, then you're like, okay, I got it. That's I got to
Yeah,
stick with this. So that's
and
kind of
for the good and bad thing, I think once to me, music supposed to elevate, inspire. You know,
mm-hmm.
if it's not gospel, you know, which is, you know, you it's all about the glory of God when you're doing gospel. But if you're
Mhm.
doing any other kind of music, if it's not uplifting, inspiring, or even if it's just fun, just make you feel good or whatever, the other negative things in music, to me, I consider that bad music. You know, people could call it whatever they want to, but if it's bringing you down, that's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Or
Lots of
talking, profanity or doing putting women down, or just all this negative stuff that you hear a lot of times in commercial music. To me, the beat might be good, but the other elements, I'm like, I don't need that.
Yeah, yeah.
Music has a wide range. It has a wide range and a large audience. It
Well,
really does.
somebody put in the chat, where you can you read music or do you play by ear only?
I play by ear. I mean, we've taught ourselves
Right.
to learn the basic theory of music, but
Actually, we
I don't
started.
like.
Yeah, we actually started reading music, but every time it seemed like we get like we used to go to New York with a place called the Jazzmobile and study. But every time we get enrolled and go, we have to go on the road. So we have to break and go on the road. So we never could just constantly do it at a certain clip at a time. But we did take some lessons, jazz lessons,
Okay, all
which
right.
helped out a lot. Yeah.
Now I know you mentioned some people that you work with, but do you have some moments that just stand out over the years? And then also, if you don't mind sharing, like what's some things you're working on now that you're really excited about?
You can go ahead, Ray.
Uh, yeah. We actually did was the last year, Kurt, or the year before? We our group Pure Energy got together and
Yeah,
we
it's about a couple of years now.
spent a couple of years now. Actually, we're still working on a final Pure Energy album, and
Okay.
we released the first single, Midnight Magic, a couple of years ago, and we still pulling it together, trying to pick certain songs because we said this is I guess it would be Pure Energy's last CD that we put out, and we still working on the production, but we did release one song that did quite well called Midnight Magic. So, uh, in terms of people we worked with, I think was good. We worked with so many different good people though, but I think just working in the
What's
studio
something
with
that stood out for you, like something when you think
Luke,
about?
working with Luther in the studio was good. That was really good working with Luther. I
What did
think
you like so much about that?
he was so talented, and he was like just so on top of everything that he was doing. It's like Kurt, this guy really is the real deal. Like he can sing anything. He can, his ears is so tuned in what you asking, and he sang on a couple of our songs and stuff. We like this guy's really good. So he stood out by a long shot. He
Okay.
stood out. Kurt, I don't know about for you. We work with a lot of people though.
Oh
So what are
yeah,
some standouts for you?
um, probably for me, like playing like the smaller clubs. That's what I love. I mean, I know a lot of people said the big club, but I love the smaller, intimate things and stuff. Like I probably could go back to some when I was a teenager and probably be a moment or something, um, because of the way it made me feel. Like the first time I played on a big stage or whatever, it might have been in a small city, but the stage was big for me. You know what I'm saying? So things like that stick in my mind. I sometimes I could go back to that period. Like, wow, I remember when I first got that feeling of you know, seeing that you are professional. You're not just sitting on the porch playing, but you
Right.
know that people are there because of you
Hmm.
and they what you're doing. They came out to see what you're doing. So,
Right.
and I think when somebody leave their home, drive, and go pay money to go see somebody, they must be doing something worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, do you remember, or was there a feeling or time that you had when you, I mean, like you said, you were been playing or been involved in music at such a young age. Like, did you ever have a point where you were on stage or you were performing? Like how you said music inspires you and you can tell when it's something good. You must not have always felt that it was something good because it's a progression, right? Did you ever stand on stage or perform like, yep, this is the one right here? Not I've arrived so much as like, yeah, this is it right here. Like, do you remember when you had that first feeling? Like this is
Well,
the song right here. This is the piece.
well, we played in a lot of nice places, but I think for me as oh man, we did so many shows. But I think when we did the Copacabana at that time, I think it was, it was a big deal because
Mm-hmm.
actually people that know the Copacabana was the same Copacabana that the Lucille Ball show with Ricky was on. It's the same place. And when we really got there and we said, oh wow, this is the same Lucille Ball, Ricky, Desi Arnaz actually was at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of special. I thought it was special.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
Temptations, everybody. You had the Sam Cooke. Everybody had to play the Copacabana if
Right.
you was the artist or whatever. Sam Cooke went through. I think he did it twice. The first time they said he flopped because he wasn't prepared, but he went
Right.
back and killed the Temptations. But so I guess that was one of the clubs that stuck in our mind from being kids and knowing how famous the club was.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Now, somebody put in the chat, they said, what are your feelings about AI and music?
Mm.
Oh,
I'll
that's
let Coach go. Yeah.
you really want another show about that? uh, I, I I
It ain't
know
what
that
it,
it's
it ain't what it
here.
used to be. It ain't what it
I
used to
know
be.
that it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. I think personally, I think it's going to ultimately be the destruction of music as we know it.
Oh,
A lot of people say different things, but I think that ultimately it's going to end up being no real music. It's going to be because AI is so scary what they can do with it. Now you can just literally tell it to give me a song that sounds like Luther Vandross's voice.
mm,
Give it a Cool in the Game flavor.
Tina
Give
Turner,
it a
doesn't
Prince
matter.
attitude. Give it a Aretha Franklin soul. And the computer will try to come up with something that sounds like that. And with the market being the way it is, I'm just speaking honestly, and I think that the talent level has dropped so low over the decades
wow, that is sad.
to until where people are going to accept AI the way they accept a lot of artists who really are not great artists. They just got a social media presence. They got a big fan base. They do something outrageous and become viral, and they're doing concert in 6 months or a year. Um, so I think AI is going to really take it to a whole nother level to where the
I,
human element is going to be gone.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I think
sad.
it's. I really think it's gonna go way too far. That's what I'm afraid of. There's no limit that what
Mm-hmm.
AI can do. So I just think it's a like we're gonna get to a dangerous spot with AI at some point. At some
It
point.
devalues music, and as it is, I'm speaking personally now. Music is being devalued because if anybody could do something like, and I have this conversation all the time with Eric and Phyllis. Um, you want nobody going to go on no NBA team and play if you can't play. You're not going to have a doctor to operate on you, or dentist to pull your teeth or tooth or whatever if
Mm-hmm.
they are not professional.
Yeah.
Music is the only thing field that we will allow people to get in who they really can't do what they can just say they're good at it, or whatever, and people will actually accept it
Yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
elevate these people to Grammys and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the only field that you can do that in. But you can't do that. Can't go play professional baseball and not be able to really play ball. Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to do that. So I think they devalue music when Aretha Franklin, Sam Cooke, James Brown, those people was excellent.
Yeah.
They wasn't just good at what they did. They was excellent. So they made every person, every kid that wanted to sing had to say to themselves, am I good as James Brown?
Made you
Can I
work hard.
sing good as Aretha Franklin? So what is the standard now?
Yeah.
Who do you say if a young child want to sing that's 12 or 13 years old, what's the standard?
Yeah.
Wow,
What's the
that's a good
standard?
question.
So
Yeah.
when you drop the bar so low to
Hmm.
where anybody could do this, you can become a beat maker if you get a computer, and all of a sudden you win a Grammy by making a beat in your bedroom.
Yeah.
It kind of devalues people
Diminishes.
who really work and learn how to play instruments, learn how to sing, play in nightclubs, and work your way up to that. It
And
devalues all
even the
that.
back to what you mentioned earlier, like how you feel, like it takes that all away, like how the music makes
Exactly.
you feel.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
It's with AI. You can't feel anything with AI. There's
right, because nothing went into it, nothing human went into it. Like, come
exactly.
on.
So that's no emotions. It's like AI doing it all for you. So But we Curtis and I we talked this with Eric a lot too, because he's really doing a lot of things with a lot of people, and with Charlie Wilson and Coco Jones, a whole lot of people that he's working with. We're trying to push, and he's trying to do the same thing to bring some of the old school music back. But it's very, as Kurt can attest, it's very hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. So, but you don't try, you don't stop. Hopefully, he'll knock that door down one day. Hopefully, Eric will be able to knock that door down, and we can get back some more real music. There's not much music for people, my age. I've been doing it for years, and I've been doing it. But then our age group, I mean, my wife and I, we just try to go and find live music. It's hard to find it.
Yeah.
It's hard to find it, So
Yeah.
but it's hard. We lost a lot.
Trendy social media has changed things. The internet, social media,
Yeah.
streaming music has changed things. And I see people saying music should be free. It's art. Like what other field do you say that about?
Yeah.
If I bake some cookies and I start selling them, I'm not going to give them away free. Just say, oh yeah, this is just So I think when you devalue something the way a lot of the tech companies and corporations are devaluing the music, and I'm just speaking openly. It's
That's what
to
we're
me
here for.
it's a conspiracy actually to against black culture. To me, black music, because that R&B music, black music. I'm talking about music that came from Sam Cooke, James Brown, Otis Redding. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any other culture. I'm talking about music that came from native-born Black Americans. It's been trying to either whitewash it or
Get
just
rid of it.
I don't know, just change it. The element about Black music was excellence. Duke Ellington,
Yeah.
Count Basie, Louis Armstrong. I mean, Nat King Cole. I mean, Miles Davis. It was excellent. It was the one thing that we knew that anywhere in the world you go, if one of those artists got on stage, everybody know they was gonna be the best. Whether it's Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Michael Jackson, Prince. Now it's like you drop the bar so low till you let people who maybe have charisma and maybe a little pizzazz, but where's the talent?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you don't have to be that good now. Anybody could do that now, but anybody couldn't do what Michael Jackson, James Brown, Prince did.
Well, Curtis,
Trust me.
I just want to ask, since you're saying that, I know you went to the Grammys. There go a lot. Now, just to share with Maisha that when the times you go to the Grammy, I don't even, maybe I'm wrong, but do they still have R&B record and song of the year? Or they just drop
Oh
it.
yeah, they still have it, but it's sort of kind of
It's down way on the bottom. Yeah, they don't.
yeah,
It's not promoted. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't recall.
They kind of like
Mix it in.
it's not like it used to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
really? That's
Earth,
so
Wind, and
disappointing.
Fire. Yeah, I know, but when you think about Earth, Wind, and Fire and all of the good groups who did R&B music, the Grammy was always present R&B song of the year. They mixed it with R&B, hip hop or hip hop. They mix it
Yeah,
with something. So
yeah. It's different, but hip hop has been so dominant, and it's nothing wrong with hip hop, but it's been so dominant until like artists who really just sing, write great songs. It's hard. Like artists like Jeffrey Osborne. These people are not too old; they can't sing and put out. They still sound great. They sound better than a lot of the new artists today. Um, but I don't know. It's just everything is so beat focused and trending. Till the essence and quality that went into black music sort of to me is kind of
Now, how can you
we
even have
lost.
soul music without any soul? That's
that's
not right at all.
nice. Exactly. Where's the soul? Where's the soul?
Yeah, where is the soul?
But it's slowly, and I was hoping that we over the years, like, we try to do this and try to do that. We're like, I don't think it's coming back. I don't really think, honestly, I don't really think it's coming back.
Couture says she thinks it might be a resurgence. At least she hopes so.
Yeah,
Especially
Well,
since D'Angelo passed away. That maybe, there might be a
that's
yeah.
resurgence.
yeah.
we're
But
trying hard to do that
yeah,
with
we are trying. Yeah.
working with Eric, that got back into a lot of the music through Eric because he was like, let's partner up, let's just work together, start writing again, which I never stopped writing. I just
Mhm.
didn't want to write what people were talking about in today's music. So we've been doing a lot of good music, and hopefully it's gonna catch on. I think the young people, if you give them expose this kind of music to them, they will love it because most of them listen to old school stuff anyway. It's strange.
Yeah.
Like when I talk to my granddaughters, they listen to a lot of the old music and stuff, but
Mhm.
the trending stuff is still like dominating.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's
Yeah.
powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. But we don't give up. We keep trying. We keep trying. So
Yeah, we got a
hopefully,
lot of
Speaking
good
of
stuff.
which, I love you all live. So you all, what are y'all working on now? Are you going live somewhere? Where can I find you? What kind of
not
project
No,
are you working on
live
now?
is
yeah,
nothing
not
live for me. It's just
No live.
studio. We're
yeah.
working on a lot of projects. We have. I'm trying to remember this. I don't want Eric to get upset
Take
because
your
I can't remember
time.
all the
Take your
names.
Yeah,
time.
Ari is I think Ari Lennox. Uh, I did some work with Eric. I think we have a single coming on Ari Lennox. Eric has Coco Jones and
right. Yeah,
what is Lotto
Lotto. Yeah,
is doing a song. We're working on new music for Chris Brown.
right.
Um, Actually, we got a call for Stephanie Mills to go
Yeah.
in to do some stuff with
Nice.
her. It's a lot of people. I can't remember all the
Actually,
different
Shaka
names.
Khan too. Actually, Shaka Khan.
The country artist Jelly Roll. We got called
Mhm.
to do some stuff for him. So we're going. We're trying to bring country and R&B, that kind of music. Uh,
Milo Waiters, Phyllis says.
Milo Waiters,
Yeah,
yes,
Mhm.
that's a new single called "Worth It" out,
right.
and we have a song that's going to be released. I think on the November the 7th by this artist Dawn Carroll from Atlanta. Incredible
Nice
vocalist,
song too. Yeah,
incredible
very.
vocalist. A song called "Superheroes," and I think people are going to like that. And that's
Maisha, you're
bringing
gonna like that one. You'll like that one, Maisha.
What superhero will I? All right.
You'll like
I'll
that one.
write that down. Superhero.
the real music back because the way Eric produced music, Eric is an old soul, so he writes and produces music the way Curtis Mayfield, Isaac Hayes would do it.
And do you
And
feel like, I know we talked about Eric a lot tonight. Do you feel like your son has also been influenced by the musical history of your family and the neighborhood and just how he grew up as well? I mean, I remember seeing him at 5 years old play drums at New Hope
Yeah,
Baptist Church,
yeah.
oh
and
yeah,
like
I mean
good
Eric,
too, not just playing on the drums, like playing.
You're right. You remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he always joked and said, "I was born in the wrong era." He said, "I should have been born in your era," because the way he's an old soul. He composed and produced music same way like Isaac Hayes or Curtis, any of those guys, Maurice White would do, and that's what his passion is. But he can go in and make a beat for 50 Cent or any of those guys and do that stuff in his sleep. But his passion is really real music, so arrangements and all that kind of stuff.
but the good thing about Eric, I think, since we mentioned Eric gets chance to do such a wide variety of songs. Like with John Legend is different from Charlie Wilson. Charlie
Mm-hmm.
Wilson is different from the Isley Brothers.
Yeah,
Coco Jones is different from this person. So I think in some kind of way to even things off with him, because he, like Curtis said, he likes to do the old school stuff. He kind of stretches out dealing with John Legends and Charlie Wilsons and stuff like that. So I'm happy about that part of him. He's just not stuck into one category of people,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes him a little bit more relaxed in terms of him spreading his talent around. So I would
yeah.
hope that he never get locked into just one kind of music. So
No, he's
Alicia
so
Keys, he did
talented.
Alicia Keys last thing, Alicia Keys last song. Too, Kurt, you didn't
Right.
mention.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't
Coco
even seen
Jones
those
and
keys so much.
yeah, Eric is. I don't like using the word genius because you don't want to use that loosely. But Eric is
Yeah,
a musical genius. He can pretty much do anything musically, and
And
do
is
it
he
with
similar to
ease.
you where he didn't have formal musical education either? He
Well,
just kind of picked it up?
well, Eric
Some
learned
training.
before. I took Eric to piano
Yeah,
lessons and things like that,
Okay.
but it didn't work for him. He was like, they was like he would learn the music so fast. By the time he started taking piano lessons, he already could play anything. So it
I
was like
believe that.
defeating the purpose. And I was like,
Mhm.
Eric, just do it just to get the music theory. And he did, went through the lessons and stuff. But the teacher would always say, he just picks up by ear so fast. So when I'm trying to teach him things, he just catch them like that. So it's hard. And that was the same thing with me when I was learning that. Just I learned it so fast to slow down to learn to read the notes. Dum, bum, bum. It was like, oh, I
yeah.
can't do this. I get bored. So that was the hardest thing. And Eric got that same thing that I had. You just picks it up so easily.
Yeah.
But everything have a chance. They
Mhm.
have a chance to have to go to school, or Kurt, actually, because when he turned 18, he went to work with Kanye West in L.A.
Yeah, I mean, plus he already knew Eric was playing at 2 and 3 years old.
Yeah, he
So
left at 18 years old. He left 18
it
years
just
old.
you're born. I think
Yeah.
you can learn to play instruments. You can learn to do sing or whatever. But to be born with something, and I'm getting back to what I was saying earlier about lowering the bar. Like you can tell that Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Aretha Frank, those people were born to do that. They
Yeah,
didn't have to take a lesson and to learn how to do that stuff. Now with YouTube, all the internet,
Yeah.
kids can go and they can watch and learn. But do you have that in here? Like, I mean, do you can you just I watch so many talented. I'm like, man, you play all over the
yeah,
instrument, but where's the soul? Like,
The soul,
are
man. That's
you
what it's all
are
about.
you
Yeah.
touching somebody here? Like BB King would play 5 notes and make you cry.
yeah,
And I hear these guys playing 1,000 notes, and I'm like, I don't feel nothing.
yeah,
So you're
Mhm.
born to do. Some of these people are born to do things. I think God gives us certain gifts and talents that He doesn't give other people.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, that is.
Well, we're coming close to 9 o'clock towards the end of the hour. So, one, I don't know if you all want to share anything that I didn't ask you, but if there's anybody listening or watching that's aspiring to get into music or feels like they have that gift, they got that feeling, is there any advice you could give them?
Kurt, Kurt.
They want to get it as an artist. It's so different ways you can get in the industry. If you want to be a writer, producer, artist, you know, the best thing that I would say, learn your craft and learn it well. Because even though we can say that the bar is low, they
Yeah,
still looking for certain things. So you have to know the craft of whatever's selling. If you're gonna be a songwriter, you have to know how to write songs for Coco Jones or
Mhm.
or whatever artist that's out now. So you have to learn the language and speak in that. So learning your craft, no matter whether it's hip hop, rap, or whatever, be the best you can be. And that's the best thing I can encourage the young artists or musicians or whatever. Learn your craft. And Eric, I'm back to Eric. He did that. I mean, he put the time and effort and was passionate to. If I told him about an artist, a musician, if I said, well, Eric, listen to Miles Davis. He was 10, 12 years old. He would have a CD with Miles Davis trying to figure out what would Miles Davis join to be so good. So if you put that dedication in there, whether you're going to be a rapper or whatever, it's going to show. But if you just use the internet as your AI to just give me a loop, you know,
mhm.
and the AI give you a loop or whatever, and you rap over that loop and become a star, what do you really have skills that take you elsewhere? But
And just try to get as much exposure as you can, Mike. I think a lot of people, whatever you're a musician or a singer, you never know when someone's going to hear you. So try to get as much exposure as you can. 'Cause all it takes is one somebody to hear you and say, "Oh, you got a great voice." So
Mhm.
just try to get all the exposure.
yeah, and bring integrity back to the music. I mean, It is what it is. Bring integrity back to the music. Yeah, I mean, the easiest way is always, the quickest way to make a dollar, whatever. You do some outrageous, some profanity, sexual thing. I mean,
Easy
yeah,
way out.
that's gonna get attention, and that's gonna get you a quick trend or whatever. But I just want to see, I'm talking for a black artist who came with it or who want to be R&B artists or whatever. Bring the integrity back. Write songs that move people. There's so much that we can talk about now, and nobody is talking musically about this stuff. Not saying nobody, but very few artists are communicating what's going on in Washington, what's going on in the world. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll just leave with that because
got to
I'm
keep
passionate.
trying, Curtis.
Well, what can we do? What can we do to support artists that do want to talk about it, who are thinking about talking about it, or support you all that are talking about it? How can we
And
support artists in
I'm
general?
gonna say it loudly: stop supporting garbage. Stop supporting garbage. And I'm not gonna call any name, but everybody know what's what. We know what's in our community. We know what's on the internet. We know what kind of music our kids are. You can drive by and watch what the little 6-year-old girls are dancing to out in the hood. We know what's out there. Stop supporting this nonsense and support
Yeah,
real music, because if they don't have an audience that's supporting it,
It
it
won't go
won't
nowhere.
survive. It
Right.
won't survive. But there's a lot of support is going out to this particular kind of music from the black community. And these people are selling out stadiums and auditorium, So if you're able to fill a stadium or an arena, that means a lot of people is buying and supporting your music. So
Right.
why are we supporting that instead of what we used to support?
Right.
So that's what I would advise. Stop supporting the garbage.
Yeah.
stop
I agree.
supporting garbage. I love it.
I
Drop the
agree.
mic, like Phyllis said.
Yeah.
So, if people would like to look for you or see what you're working on, but the both of you, where can we find y'all? When can I hear Purple Rain again? I'm sorry, I was asking for one.
Yes.
Anyway.
Kurt, you have to
That's
answer that.
gotta that's gotta be a while. I really don't
Oh,
know unless
oh,
you catch me
crying
playing it,
emoji, crying
unless you
emoji.
catch me playing it at home or something.
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
last time I did
word.
that was in LA a few weeks ago at the event
Mm,
that
mm,
and I
oh.
did Purple Rain.
I
But
don't know. Maybe I need to have a party or something. See
You
if I
did like
my
Purple Rain. I
fan up
will
in
let's
here.
sing.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you did love Purple Rain.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness. Made my
that
month
used to be
week.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice.
That was
It
fun.
was good.
But again, I my passion. I don't get to. I don't want to offend anybody musically or
No,
whatever,
we're here to
the
talk about the
artistic thing.
mojo.
But I'm serious about this. We really need to really reevaluate what we are promoting and what we're listening to. And I'm talking about from educated women on down to non-educated women. This stuff is surviving because people are supporting it, and I don't know why, but a lot of people are
It is
supporting.
what
Okay,
it is.
maybe it's fun, it make you feel a certain way, but the damage that it could do to young minds and stuff and young
Yeah.
girls, it's just not worth it. We need to get away from this stuff
We'll
like
get it.
really
We'll get it
quick.
back, Kurt. We'll get it back, Kurt. Trust me. We're gonna get it back. Trust me. We bring it
Look,
back.
Vicky said they
So
bought bell bottoms back so they could bring back the good
You
music.
got that right. Yep.
yeah. So I mean, the people that's hearing this, or maybe some people might say, "No, I love my whatever." Think about it. Really sit and listen to it and watch what's happening in the culture. Is it worth it? I
Yeah.
mean, was it worth it that we allowed some of the other stuff that went on for the past? Hip hop is what, 50 years old now. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, some of the stuff that went on for 50 years. I mean, we know what hip hop started out as, but did it end up like that?
Yeah.
And we have to take some accountability for as a community to say we allowed that. And when C. Dolores Tucker and Betty Shabazz and all those women was complaining and marching and having all these different rallies about hip hop is denigrating women, hip hop is this, and rap is on, and the black community just sort of like stood back and said, well, let the kids be kids. But look
Well, we
at it
won't give
50.
up. We're not gonna
It's
give up.
out of control now. We can't even control it now.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah. I'll say
Music.
we don't have the versatility of yesteryears like the Tribe, De La, Eric B, Tupac, Black Sheep, Heavy D.
Right.
Not much versatility. So true.
Nope. Nope. Not like it used to be.
Well, Hudson Brothers, I can't thank you enough for joining me, for sharing your wisdom, your journey, how you found your mojo that I think is pretty evident, how you still making the thing do what it do. So I appreciate y'all for sharing and talking and listening to the people now. And I will do what I can to support the artists that are talking about some relevant things. And I'll
Yes.
make sure that people look out for y'all because y'all making it do what it do and are talking about the relevant things. So I appreciate y'all for that. For
November
Thank
the
you.
7th.
Thank you.
Superheroes, November the 7th, Don Carroll, incredible artist from Atlanta. You know, real music produced,
okay, I just wrote it down. Okay.
Yeah.
written and produced. I can't remember a lot of time. So, but Eric is project that Eric is executive producing, and I'm part of it. And you know, Ray was there when we did the horns. So
Right.
real music, a song that's inspiring, uplifting. But if people don't support it, you get that short window and it's done. It's on to the other stuff. So go out and support the music.
Thank you, Maisha.
Will do. Will do. And I would
Appreciate
like to continue to support y'all. So appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Y'all
you.
have a good night. Everybody, I'll see y'all next Monday at
Thank
8
you.
p.m. EST. We're going to keep all of the conversations going. Have
All right.
a great week. Cheers.
Thank you.
Happy fall.
All right.
Take
Peace.
care.
Okay.